Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. Merry Christmas to you all. I hope everyone had a great Christmas. Um, I spent mine getting some rest and, just enjoying the day. So I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for being here today. Have a little bit of sinuses going on, but I'm fine. Um, and thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for being here. It's Thursday. I'm happy to be off from work and just enjoying the time off. And I hope you guys are doing the same and also taking care of your physical and mental health. So, the topic of discussion today, guys, is why it is so important to set boundaries when you choose to heal. It's important that we talk about this because when you make up your mind that you're tired of the grief, the depression, the pain, etc., the toxicity, and you choose to heal, um, we're going to talk about why it's so important to set boundaries. And it's so important to set boundaries because sometimes when you really make up your mind and you're determined that you're going to get on this journey to heal so that you no longer feel this pain, the toxicity, and everything associated with grief. Sometimes when you choose yourself and you choose to heal toxicity, some people might try to stop you from healing because not everyone will be happy for you as you make this decision to take care of yourself and to put yourself first. In my case, a lot of people were not happy because they can no longer come to me and drop those tons of bricks that I talk about in my lap of their own situations and circumstances um, because I chose to not carry anyone's bricks, and anyone throwing bricks my way will get carried by God and returned to them by God because it doesn't belong to me. And I had to learn to stop being a footstool to other people and their problems and circumstances. So, as I said, not everyone will be happy for you as you get on this journey to heal. But it's important to choose yourself and put yourself first because if you take care of yourself, you're taking care of your physical and mental healing. And that means you can take care of everything else around you. You can't take care of anything if you don't take care of yourself. So that's so important. And some folks would prefer that you stay unhealed. But not only, and I have some notes here, not only does it keep you in pain, it, if you stay in a place of unhealed, in the grief, in the depression, it keeps you in a low vibrational mindset. And when you're in this low vibrational mindset, it is so easy for other people to manipulate you. You know, when I was going through all the grief and the pain and etc., it was easy for people to come in and say A, B, C, and D because when you are unhealed and you're in a place of this, you can't do anything. You can't help yourself, when you're in a place of grief, healing, and depression. And it makes it easier for people to come in and manipulate and get whatever it is that they want from you. And that's the place that I was. This is why it's so important to set boundaries and enforce them as you get on this journey to heal. Because some people don't like boundaries, they will try to fight against them, overstep, etc. And this is why it's important to enforce these boundaries so that you can stay on this path to heal. For me, what I would do is just when those boundaries were crossed, I would just cut off, block, and delete, and that way I can stay focused on my healing and journey. Um, I set not only boundaries, but as I started to do the work to heal and therapy, I also made some vows to God. And some of the vows that I made you know, had a lot to do with not just helping myself, but as I heal, to help other people. Because if I can do this, guys, with just God and not a physical person motivating me or groups of people motivating me, but with God and just prayer and, uplifting myself in ways that, creative ways, to help me. If I can do this, you guys can do it, uh, as well. It's not easy. It will be difficult, but as you persevere and keep going and going and going and ask God to help you, and you're doing things in the upright, you're not trying to be quick like a microwave and take stuff from others. You're really doing the work. God will help you. I promise you that, because He has helped me so much, you know. And as I continue to stay on this path, I talk about these things because something somewhere is going to resonate with someone who's listening, who might be going through everything that I'm talking about on this channel. And as they hear how I've gotten through these things, it may resonate, and they may apply it in their own situations, and it may help their life as well. Because let's face it, the world is spinning on toxicity, darkness, wickedness, and people not showing love and care to other people. So we have to, um, care for ourselves. Sometimes we have to choose ourselves in order to heal and to get better. Um, After I decide to set these boundaries and to, make some vows to God, um, I'm going to tell you guys like this from my own personal experience. Sometimes when you make vows and a person is just determined to interfere with your life, and you're making vows to God, you're on a purpose, to help yourself and to help others. And some people just keep trying to interfere and interfere. God will always intervene through divine intervention. And I'm going to give you an example of something that happened a long time ago, a while back. When I got on this journey, it was during the time that, my dog was dying, Rocky. And it was the worst feeling. First, I had lost my mother the year before. Then my dog, he had, taken a fall down the steps as he was coming up the steps because he had arthritis, and he slipped, and you know um, something with his back. And I kept going back and forth to the doctor, and I was doing acupuncture with him, everything that I could do. And it seemed like he got better for a minute, and then he started to regress. And at night, I had to give him pain meds because he was in a lot of pain, whining, and it was that went on for a while. And as that continued to take place, um, I was just at the lowest, guys. And while I was there going through all this, and someone who I didn't even know well, who was, how do I say this? This person I would just say hello to from time to time actually knocked on my door and made threats about something that I had nothing to do with. It just, excuse me? Here I am taking care of my dog, and my dog is dying. And I just, yeah, yeah, whatever, closed the door. And then as I was leaving, um, the house at that time, probably take care of something in reference with my dog, this person threatened me again, now the second time. And I started to really feel some kind of way, because people think because of the way I speak, the way I look, or whatever, don't get it twisted. And it took everything in my power to hold back. And so I went to prayer to God. Like I said, I talk to God like I talk to you guys on this channel, and A, B, C, and D. So to make a long story short, because I just kept focusing on my dog, trying to save his life. And a few weeks later, I found out that this person ended up in a hospital in the ICU, just all of a sudden out of nowhere. And I'm just using this as an example Sometimes it's best to leave people alone, especially when people are not bothering you because you don't like that they are choosing whatever, because you don't like the way they look, you don't like the way they talk, you don't like the way they move. They supposed to be like this or that. Just leave people alone, especially if you don't like somebody. If you don't like the fact that they are choosing themselves and they are choosing to heal, just leave people alone. Especially someone who's made vows to God, because it's not gonna end well. You know, Personally, if I don't like someone, if I don't have to interact with them, I just don't interact. You know, because and what I've noticed is that envy will allow people to go that extra mile to do something that they know they shouldn't be doing. Envy and hate will cause somebody envy, hate, and entitlement. And nobody really is entitled to anything, because it's by the grace and mercy of God that we woke up today. Some people didn't wake up today, and God is by his mercy and grace that any of us are here. And when someone feels entitled to something that they're not entitled to, because it's God who gives us everything, that's a problem. you know and when a person refuses to heal these things, they put their OPPs on other people. And OPP is other people's problems. They try to bring those problems to your table. And what I do, those are the metaphor that I use, the tons of bricks that people want you to carry their burdens. I'm not carrying anybody's burdens. I'm going to give those burdens to God. And when God look into the situation, he's going to give those burdens right back to those individuals. Just leave people alone. I was watching something. I like to watch a lot of like old things like Alfred Hitchcock movies and things like that. I was watching something yesterday, and it was about this nun. She wasn't a full nun yet. What she was, um, there was an older nun there, and she was having some difficulties, you know. And the older nun who was dying, had requested to see her and wanted her to go on this trip, because there was a young man who she taught at the school, who she was trying to get him to change his ways for the better, because he was a really difficult person. So she had written this guy for over 30 something years. And the guy had something for her because he appreciated the fact that she never gave up on him. So this particular nun, who wasn't a full nun yet, went to get it. And it was a gift of a statue. It was very holy, and it was very, very sacred. And she was to give this to this nun. She was to take it back to the convent. And as she and the other sister who went with her, they were headed back to the airport. And this guy offered to carry, because she had the statue in a suitcase, in a mini suitcase, and he stole it. And I like the way the story unfolded, because she came out of her nunhood and went and got a job. She decided to leave the convent because this particular statue was stolen, and she was able to find it. And it's the way she did it. The guy pawned it at a pawn shop, and so she was able to get it back and then take it back to the convent, and she became a nun again. So it was a test of something. And what happened to the guy wasn't good, because, like I said, and I'm using that story in a way to say sometimes it's best to leave well enough alone, because sometimes when you change for the better and you're not the old version of yourself, some people don't like that. They don't like the new you. They don't like that you stand up for yourself and that you're not going to be a doormat to them, an ATM machine to them, and that you are putting yourself first. You chose you over everything else. And sometimes people don't like that. And that's not your problem, and it's not my problem. I chose me, and I continue to move forward. I have days where I feel like, ugh, like today I have this sinus thing going on again, but I'm still moving forward. And the good news is I'm off and I'm able to take care of myself, rest, etc. Make sure you guys are doing that. No matter what's going on around you or in your life, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're resting. Make sure, you're doing everything to take care of you because um, I wasn't doing that before. I was taking care of what everybody else had going on and was forgetting and neglecting myself. And I'm at the point in my life when I refuse to do that anymore. And it doesn't matter how someone is feeling about that. It's no longer my problem because I'm not going to carry other people's burdens. It is for me to heal my mental and physical health and to talk about it and to tell other people how to heal. The first step is therapy, talking to a therapist. And there's nothing wrong with that because that's an outlet for the pain, the grief, when you have someone that you can talk to. It's so important. And you don't have to broadcast that to other people. Learning to keep your business to yourself is a great thing. That's something I had to learn as well because sometimes you can tell people things and they're not happy for you. So it's best to keep your business to yourself, take care of yourself, stay on the journey to heal, and, put some laughter in there. Do things that bring joy to your life because the world today is spinning on a lot of toxicity and misery, and it's important to take care of ourselves and be in a place of peace, you know. So that's what I've been doing, even with Christmas time, baking cookies, watching movies and doing things, talking to other people, and just, and bring people into your life that really care about you. When you close those doors to toxicity and you move forward, God will help you. I'm telling you, He has helped me so much. I mean, He has helped me to move forward. It is so important because as you do these things, you grow. And as you close those doors to the past, He opened up new doors. You can walk through those new doors and meet new people and, bring you into new things. Like what you have think you've lost, God will open up other doors and make it possible for you. So don't give up, guys. And when you need to rest, take a break, rest. But always keep moving forward on this journey to heal. And I promise you, you will see the results. Nothing venture is nothing gained. So keep moving forward. Remember, it is better to be at peace than to be broken down into pieces. So, guys, that's the message today. I'll be back tomorrow with a new one. Continue showing up to the channel, telling other people because we are here to uplift, encourage, and to move forward. Thank you all for being here, and I'll see you again tomorrow. This is Lisa shedding love and light and uplifting you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.